Hi, everybody. Sorry, I had that on mute. Welcome. I'm Sarah Liz, and we are finishing up the 12 days of giveaways. It's great to see everyone. Margie's here. Catherine's here from South Texas. I would take 40 degrees right now. It has been rather cold here. I blame Mary Gun Fun because she was saying there was going to be this huge snowstorm. We didn't actually get the snow, but it got super cold. Let me know if the sound is okay, if things are loud enough, if you can hear me. I did want to point out, Alyssa commented before we started, she couldn't get to the poll in Patreon. If you guys are like right on top of that email when it goes out from Patreon, like the very minute it goes out, A, you're amazing. But B, I actually send the email and then I go back in and add the poll. Otherwise, the entire like subject line of the email just says something like poll gobbledygook. And I just find that really frustrating. I would rather tell you like what's actually going on. So that's what's going on. It looks like the sound is good. Linda's here. Oh, everybody's here. You guys, welcome. How was your holiday? Having a good New Year? I feel like as soon as New Year hit, I've been just racing to catch up. I took some time off. Great. Okay, so here's what we're doing today. We have a couple of things. There's supposed to be a day 11 and a day 12 for the 12 days of giveaways. And one would be the Ready Steady grab bag from Craft Stash, and the other, the It's Just Paper grab bag. I am combining the two because this is way later than I wanted to be giving these things away. Huge thank you to all of you. I sent out an email yesterday, just like letting you know this was happening today. My intent was to do this between Christmas and New Year, and we lost my aunt, and it was very sudden. And it was like the world telling me to just slow down and spend time with family and the people who matter to me. And I've gotten so many emails and messages from people offering sympathy and sending love and hugs and things like that. And thank you so much. So that's kind of why we're delayed. It also means that if you have won a prize and I notified you before Christmas, that it has not shipped yet. I'm announcing winners today for days 6 through 10. And I have already sent out all those emails. Okay. So if you want to know if you won from 6 through 10, you could actually quick check your email. I've heard back from most people, but not all of them. You guys have done a great job of being on top of that. Thanks, everybody. There's lots in the chat, like, sorry for your loss. And I appreciate it. I'm going to not talk about it anymore because I don't want to cry. But so today we're going to unbox the Ready Steady grab bag from Craft Stash. And I actually have two of them. I forgot I ordered two. They were a screaming deal. And then I ordered one of the It's Just Paper, which is Justine Hovey's brand. So we'll unbox that. Then I will go through the rest of the giveaway winners from the days that we where I unbox things before the holidays. And then I will tell you how you can enter to win the giveaways for today. It will be a single Google form and a single poll in Patreon, and I'll pull all the winners from there. What else do you need to know? So we're looking at products I ordered from Craft Stash today, and I have an exclusive discount code from Craft Stash. And so I will share. That is not what I meant to do. You guys, I keep thinking I know what I'm doing, but I don't. I want to share that discount code with you. And then some of my favorites from Craft Stash. The grab bags are always sort of an eclectic mix, and it's a warehouse store, kind of like a Simon Says Stamp or a scrapbook.com, but it's in the UK. And so they just have some different brands, and they have some exclusive brands. And so my discount code is just for their exclusive brands. And I thought I would show you just a little bit like what's there, because you can get some really great deals. And especially if you like larger card sizes, 5x7, 6x6, they cater to that a lot. Though not exclusively, they have A2 products as well. So yay, Kim says that she loves Craft Stash. I tell you what, hadn't heard anything about them. A lot of the big channels like never talk about them, even though they carry Tim Holtz and Ranger and Spellbinders and Lawn Fawn and a lot of our favorite brands. And so it just felt like this huge gamble the first time I ordered from them. I was so pleased. It takes about 2 weeks usually for things to get here because it is shipping from the UK. These took longer. I think because I ordered them on Black Friday, it's a really busy shipping time. But Craft Stash was on it. They just sat in customs for like, they were in the US sitting in customs 4 days after I ordered them. And then they sat there and they sat there. I think I got them on Christmas Eve. So anyway, oh yeah. So if you follow Justine Hovey, she does some of the free summits. She has a line. And so we're looking at her line. I'll be honest, I don't know if they're discontinuing that line. It's not listed in their exclusive brands anymore, but you can still find it if you search for It's Just Paper on Craft Stash. And it's really bold, clean lines. I love it. All right. Oh, thank you so much, Cece. I am going to flip to the overhead camera here so we can just start taking a look at everything. I cannot wait. Yes. Okay. So Lou Collins designs stuff. She has the textures line through Craft Stash. I love her channel. She does things that like I've never seen anybody else do. She's the reason I use shrink plastic as my heavyweight acetate. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. Here we go. Sorry, I'm grabbing stuff. Oh, I didn't leave it close enough to me, I think. So we're starting with the Ready Steady, but this is actually, it's just paper. This was in the Ready Steady grab bag. And I will say the 2 Ready Steady grab bags have identical products, which is good because they were not packaged in any kind of way that would let me tell the difference between them. You can't really see this without maybe a black backer. So this is a stencil. And guys, I've linked everything that's in these below if you want a closer look at anything. But it's got a bunch of balloons and some flowers and things. And I thought it was great. But then I went to look this up to link it for you. It is called Balloon Blossoms. There's also a stamp and die set. One of the things Craft Stash does, and I think it's a UK thing, or maybe it's a Europe thing, is that when you buy stamps that have coordinating dies, they come together. It's not 2 separate purchases. And so I just thought that was really cute. And there is then also like the balloons, and then there's like little sentiments that curve through the balloons that go along with this one. And I just thought it was super cute. I know anything with balloons. And I'm like, this is fantastic. Like I just love balloons of all kinds. This is a brand called Paper Discovery. Again, another, I think this is an exclusive brand, but I didn't see it in their list of exclusive brands. I don't know if they just tried to make it take up less space. I'm going to cut this open. It's going to be fine. There are tons of dies in here. This is called the Curved Tag Builder and Pocket Die Set. There are 9 dies in here. But look at this. You get these 3 arches, and they're sort of like a flat spot on them, right? You see that? And I just think that's really cool, a little clever. Then we have our window, and this is just the insides of the window. This is not going to cut a border. So you could just cut that right into your card base without cutting like an arch with it if you didn't want to. Look at this. It's going to cut a bunch of very delicate little frames. You could use this, especially if you are like a Saskatoon or higher in my paid Patreon. This would be great for resizing those rectangle sentiments. You could make it fit right in the middle there. Then we have this piece and then a pocket piece. Okay. Not entirely sure what the little dot is for. Maybe it's for placement. Probably for placement in these arches. Let me grab one. But there's a little piece here to add a gift card. Oh, you can make a tag out of it. That's to cut a hole for a tag. But you can also put this guy in here. And this is really well done. You know exactly where to put it. It will cut the holes to hold your gift card. Oh, friends. Oh, this is lovely. I might need to go get this one. Oh, okay. So that's the Curved Tag Builder and Pocket die set. Really fantastic. All right. Let me tuck these back away. What do you guys think? Yeah, I agree, Catherine. I just think this one is really, really well thought out. I think there's so many things. These are little flaps that are going to fold in. So you could make a tag to sort of stick in that pocket. And then the packaging has like a little flap on it right here so that it's easy to close. You're not damaging the packaging when you're opening it. Oh, it's so smart. It's so clever and well done. And I think they have upped their game since I started shopping at Craft Stash. It used to be like the American companies were doing some really fancy things with their packaging, or fancy, just smart things with the way they did their dies. And they are doing a lot of the same stuff now. More and more of their stamps are photopolymer. It used to be that a lot of them were acrylic, and so they just they didn't stamp quite as well. If you haven't stamped with an acrylic stamp before, it feels a little bit like you're stamping with something that won't hold the ink, like it beads up on there with a dye ink sometimes. But if you use a pigment ink, right? So I have all these like VersaFine inks. They stamp beautifully on there. Or you can prime it first, like stamp it into some watermark ink, Versamark ink, and then into your dye ink, and it will usually work just fine. Look at this. Look how beautiful that is. These are coloring panels. They're Frida Kahlo A6 coloring cards. And then the backs are white. So we have 2 butterflies. Look at this flamingo. I have not looked through this. I just saw the first one, obviously, because it showed through the packaging, but I hadn't looked at any of the others. Frida Kahlo. And then another Frida Kahlo. There's a whole line of Frida Kahlo. They get a lot of really great sort of character brands, or I don't know, like they license different things, and then they'll put them on super sale, and they'll have them in stamps with coordinating dies, and they'll have like little ephemera pieces. They had a bunch of Charlie Brown stuff that was really great not that long ago. So I think that's fun. Leslie says, love the flamingo. Flamingo everything. Like that's my language. It's beautiful and elegant and weird. That's it. That's everything I love. This is the feather wreath 6x6 stencil. And these are cute feathers. I will say there's some little pieces of the stencil still stuck in here, but you can pull those out pretty easily if you ever have a stencil like that. It just means that like the machine didn't brush them out quite well enough. There is a coordinating stamp and die set that goes with this too. And I think I just linked it in the description box below. The stamps are stunning. And one of them is this whole wreath of feathers. It feels a little like Zentangle in the style of it, which I love. I absolutely love. So that is, again, the feather wreath 6x6 stencil. This one, this is huge, you guys. It's so big. It's the Card Making Magic Designer Card Front Half Teardrop. It's a 14-piece set. It looks really small from the front, but even the packaging is like 7.5 by, I don't even know, 9.5. Wait for it. Look how big these are. They're massive. They're absolutely huge. Okay. There are so many really cool card front things that you could do. I'm going to bring in, I don't have, I think, a pre-cut 5x7. But we'll kind of look at these small pieces here. We have some flowers, some leaves. You could use, right? This isn't cutting those details, but you can cut it and then you can use that as a stencil feature. Use like your sponge dauber and then just pounce through that. So you get that extra sort of inking on there. More flowers. This one says, we have a little sentiment, from me to you. And then you have all these designs that you could cut into your card front, right? And they get bigger as we go along here. This one is a stitched piece. We have a little border piece. Oh man, you guys. This was so surprising. Like I didn't even know that these existed. Daphne says, what size is that? It's a really great question. I'm going to lay them all out and then we'll measure the largest and the smallest. These two largest ones have a flap. See that right there? That's a score line. And then you can sort of stick that on the back of your card and create a flap. So this is, oh geez, it's like ever so slightly over 7, maybe 7¼ inches by, I'm not going to measure the flap, by 3 inches on this largest one. So you could use that for a slim line. Actually, that would work really well on there, or even like something in between a mini slim and a slim line. And then this smallest one, and again, I don't think this is going to cut that edge around it. I think this is just cutting that waffle pattern, right? So you could cut this out of the card front and it would just cut out the holes. This one is, I mean, even still ever so slightly over 7 inches, I want to say, or right at 7 by like 2 5/8 ish, right? We're measuring on the fly. And a scallop. You guys, I love a scallop. If you've been here for a while, you know. I'm a little obsessed with a scallop. Oh my goodness. Missy, yes, I think there are so many things you could do with these. And like, I just love when things show up. This happens for me, I think, more often than you might imagine because I work on design teams. I just get sent stuff that I didn't necessarily pick. And I love the challenge of it. I love just being surprised and trying to figure out how to work with new and different products. So lots of options here. This is also one of their exclusive brands, the Card Making Magic. And it's one that I hadn't bought before. I get a lot of, we looked at them yet? Creative craft products and Made to Surprise are my 2 favorites. So I will show you those. I'm not sure we have Made to Surprise in the grab bags. You know what I didn't link below? They have a bunch of grab bags still available. The ones that I'm showing you are not, but their grab bags are like 35 bucks. It's free shipping over $80 to the US. Like, there's a lot of American companies that can't do that. So, and it's a warehouse store, so they can do things that smaller brands can't. That's not me judging our small stores at all. But it's nice that, like, if you had to pay international shipping from the UK, that would be a deal breaker for me. Let me try it one more time and see if I can get our coupon code to show up here. I think it's this one. Nope. You guys are also getting 20% off any of your Cards by Kendra Patreon memberships with the code SASSIES. And then it's 15% off Craft Stash. It's Staroska15. It's my last name. I kind of wish it wasn't because it's harder to remember, but Staroska15. It's in the description box below. So you can always grab it there as well. All right. Where did he go? Okay, let's do that again. This one. So I was saying there are a bunch of like character brands, right? And so they had a whole line of Paddington the bear. And this is a Paddington stencil, but these are really like watercolor wash shapes. So I think it works for lots of things. I am absolutely shocked. Oh, I guess it's not connected. I was like, I'm not sure how they connected this guy. No, it is right here. There are tiny little pieces connecting this stencil. So you could leave the tag in place, but you could also take that out and just stencil in a tag and then put a sentiment on top, maybe stamp on it, which would be really awesome. Catherine says, I love scalloped edge too. Yes. So Spellbinders had tons of scallop shapes in December. You guys, I was still not getting around super great in December. I'm doing great now, by the way, with my foot. I had foot surgery. And so I didn't do as much with the Spellbinders clubs as I usually want to, but I'll probably come back to them because they were fantastic. This one, I don't know if we're going to take this all the way out of the package. I'll be honest. So this is the Christmas Pick and Mix, and they have this sort of pick and mix sparkler idea in a couple different themes. And so you get different like sticks and then toppers to put on them. But the toppers, I think, are separate because there's 9 dies. So you could use them as the sparklers, or you could just use them. We are going to open this. I want to know how big they are. I have a hard time judging the size of dies from these companies because they're just very different. Okay, we'll maybe leave them in there. But like, so there's one on the stick. Can you see that? And then one that is separate. But they layer. They're not identical here. These are maybe 1.25 inches. They're not super big. I love that. You guys know, if you've been here a while, when I make emergency cards, the really quick ones, I love to put like 1 die on there, just a little something to add some texture, to elevate that a touch. So I think they're perfect for that. Then this stamp set. This is stunning. So we have a big floral here. This one is, let me grab a ruler. Whoops. Let's go this way. Maybe 3.25 inches by 1.75, right? So that one and this one are pretty big. I just think that that's stunning. And then we have some more florals and sentiments. Sorry, guys, we got a little bit of glare. I'm still sorting out some of the live stream stuff. I love this one right here. And then some border pieces with a really great pattern on them. Our sentiments are You Color My World. Thank you. Uniquely you. Love. This one is with like the British Australian spelling, but you know, it doesn't bother me at all. And I know some of you are looking for that. So that's always, I think, a nice thing about being able to order from a place like Craft Stash. So any Frida Kahlo fans? Anybody? I was a huge fan. Like growing up, she was one of, I don't know, like Frida Kahlo, Amelia Earhart, I just gravitated towards them a whole bunch. Yvette's here. Yvette, my friends. Yvette is the luckiest human in the whole wide world. And you will find out shortly why. Oh my goodness. This one, I don't know this character at all. City? Does anybody know this character? It's like this goofy puppet dog bear. I don't know. Holding a wand. Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. Well, I'll be doggone. I missed your birthday. So some of these, like You Are the Berry Bust, I think there are some fun, punny sentiments and some interesting icons in here that you could use, even if you don't know this character. Like, I think you'll be fine. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. I'm assuming is from the show, but this is a huge stamp set. This is, I don't know, like 6 by 8, I'm going to guess. Is that right? 6 by 8.5. So huge and wonderful. And like, I love this. You guys, my kids got a Magic Kit advent calendar this year from National Geographic. And it had like little 2-3 minute videos to teach them magic tricks all December long. It was fantastic. It was so much fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is the last one. And this is a stencil set. It's another one of those where there is, I think, a coordinating die set. It's linked in the description box. And I tried to mark if I've linked something that isn't actually in the giveaway. Oh, these are in here tight. I don't know. Oh, interesting. I wonder if there is some kind of stencil tool that these clip into. So Creative Craft Products is like their primary brand, and they have scoring tools and they have a kind of stamping platform and some other things, just like really basic craft tools. And so I have to guess that they've got some kind of stencil tool. This is beautiful. So we have this layer is like just the base of the ornaments. And these are big. So this one right here is a little under 5 inches, maybe 4.75 by 2 inches. Okay, so there's that one. Then we have this layer, which I think just has inside pieces for these different ones. And so like, here's one of those spots where this didn't come all the way out, but they just fall right out. They just kind of catch in there for a moment. And then we have a very detailed layer here that I think is beautiful. Again, there's some more like just stencil pieces stuck on here, but that's normal. That's a lot of brands. That's what happens with stencils. Okay. I love these. I'll be honest though, if I was going to use this, I would want the dies or a scan and cut or something like that. I want to know, what was your favorite item from this grab bag? Because that's the last item in this grab bag. Very, very curious. I went and added everything up. This one was, when they marketed it, they were like, this is the best deal. And they said it was like $180 something worth of product. And I'll be honest, I don't think it is. When I was adding everything up, as I was finding links for you, they were more like, I don't know, 130, 150. But I thought there was a really great mix of products in that one. And I got to see some brands that like I've never ordered from them. And so I loved that. Bo says, I like the set with all the dies. Yeah, that tag set, that one. Oh, it's so good. Yep, here's another one for the tag set. The stencil, the ornaments, the large dies, those teardrops. I'm telling you, I am telling you. Margie says the stencil set, y'all. I'm telling you. And here's the thing. I think both grab bags are good. I am so thrilled that we're getting to look at them together. But I am telling you, their exclusive brands have some incredible things that I don't think are represented in the grab bags. So I will try to show you a little bit of that. I do have an appointment this afternoon. I wanted to do this at noon, so my Pacific Coast people weren't having to get up so early, but you know, it is what it is, adulting and things. Okay, let's go back to the tabletop and we will take a look at the other grab bag. Now, this is the one that is Justine Hovey's brand. Let me grab this. Maybe I can move my camera a little. I know I'm like way off camera here, but I'm bad at figuring out which way we need to go. I might give up on that. Okay, so this is called It's Just Paper. And let's start with this one. So this is a hot foil and die set. And this is what I'm saying. Like the UK brands, you aren't buying the hot foil plates and the dies separately. They come together. And these are absolutely beautiful, though maybe they're tabbed. Are they supposed to be stuck together? That would be fantastic. Let me see. Some of them are, oh, I was not expecting this. Hang on, friends, hang on. I'm glad we opened this. Okay, so these go together. Okay, it will hot foil and then cut out, and they are stuck together on purpose. So while you probably could clip these, I don't know if you can see that. It's really thick. It looks bigger than most die sets that are connected. Same here. Okay, so hot foil together, die cut all at once. And that's a huge time saver. But these are dies, and they are so delicate. Look at these. I love all the detail in there. This one's probably my favorite. I love those rounded edges. So there are 4 snowflake die cuts, the hot foil, and then the outline dies for the hot foil. I am absolutely thrilled right now. Oh my goodness. By the way, if you've been to one of Justine Hovey's free summits, there's another one coming up that I can't tell you details about until Monday, but check back Monday. I'll try to make a post on Patreon because I'm not teaching in it. I'm attending it because I am so excited about it. So I will definitely be sure to share that information with you if you are interested. But I love that her summits a lot of times are really focused on like not asking you to buy specific supplies or spend a bunch of money. So, okay. Then we have the what was that called? I don't think I told you. Snowstorm hot foil and die set. This is the Christmas Village 6x6 paper pad. Cheryl says she already bought the Summit. I think they started advertising maybe today, maybe a week ago. Yeah, definitely. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. So I will send out an email with more details though, if you haven't, or if you haven't seen it. This one, I haven't bought pattern paper from them before. So, oh, that's awesome. This is probably like a 65 pound. Does it tell me? 170 GSM. So yeah, probably about 65 pound. And I love that the planks of wood here are pretty small. And you get probably four sheets of each, 6 designs. Then this one, it has a slightly retro feel to it with these sort of ice skates and a sled and presents. I don't want to get everything out of order here. This is beautiful. I don't think to reach for these muted greens very often, but every time I do, I love it. Yvette says, I just ordered the Glimmer and Better Press. Ah! Both? You got both? I have. I have both. I didn't buy them together. I love them. I love them. I don't use them a ton in videos because I know a lot of people don't have them, but off camera, I get a ton of mileage out of them. The Better Press is amazing for quick and easy cards. This is more sort of wood grain. There are little planks in there, if you can see that. But that's light and bright, and I love that one a lot. We have some cut-aparts, so you can make little elements for your cards. You know I love some ephemera. This is stunning. Look at that tone on tone. Little white village scene on sort of a slightly greenish gray. Catherine says she got the Better Press for Christmas. Yes, that's the way to do it. Oh, you guys, I got an air fryer for Christmas and a Ring doorbell because I'm home alone a lot, and people will come to the door to try to sell me stuff, and I can't see out my front door. There's like no peek hole or anything. And so I just wouldn't answer. My husband was like, you should be able to see the front door step. So that is all of the 6x6 paper in there. I love that you get 4 of each. I hoard my paper because I'm like, oh, I really like that one. And I think I'm less likely to hoard this. Sherry says, I'm addicted to paper. Yes. I tell you what, that's the other thing I love about digital paper is that I only print what I need, and then I don't have to worry about hoarding it because I can always print more. So I have a little sneaky peek. You guys might be getting more free digital paper from me this month. So we'll do that after we unbox everything. This is the Little Florals. It's just a die set. Just a die set. I wonder how big they are. Oh, you guys, it's like a single cut. It reminds me of the no waste dies or zero waste dies from Altenew. And it will just cut all of that out for you at the same time. That's fantastic. And the little centers are in there, and it would make an interesting pattern on sort of your leftover scrap piece, or you could inlay to a scrap piece, make a shaker out of it. Amazing. Yvette says, trying to smash my stash this year, and then I went to Michael's. Yeah. Yeah. Trying to think. I'm not sure I bought anything in 2025, but I bought plenty at the end of 2024. So this one is a 6x6 stencil, and I think we just get, it is 2 fully separate pieces. So it's huge. This is 6x6, and we get the outline for the butterfly, and then we get the insides of the butterfly. You're going to want to be really careful with this one. Like this little delicate piece has already moved. I would use maybe pixie spray on the back of this. It is a low tack adhesive. And I say this being a person who, generally speaking, does not like pixie spray. I think it just, my paper gets a little sticky sometimes, but this is very delicate. So either that or use like a paper pouncer through it. Picket Fence Studio has some, but honestly, they didn't invent paper pouncers. They were in the makeup industry first. So you can find makeup versions on Amazon that work just fine. I have both. So, so there is, what is this one called? Oh, hang on. I'm going to get things stuck. The Butterfly Layering Stencil. It's stunning. Oh, that's what I did. Okay. Then I'm excited about this one. Winter Sentiments Die and A5 stamp set. So we're getting, oh, something's stuck in here. So we have all these stamps. And again, I don't know. It doesn't say, I don't think, if these are photopolymer or if they're acrylic. They might be acrylic, right? Acrylic, again, I just use a pigment ink or stamp them in your Versamark. Don't wipe off the Versamark. Stamp them in Versamark and then in your dye ink, and it will hold that just fine. Happy Holidays, Silent Night. I love the mix of fonts in here. Everything is magical when it snows. I don't know about that one. Here's the thing about these dies. You can't see through them. Do you see that? Okay. So what I would do is to cut my piece out of my cardstock, right? And then I would put the leftover in my MISTI. Let me see if I have a scrap somewhere. Okay. So like here, I cut a die out of this one, and I would tape this into my MISTI, and then I would just line up, like I would stamp into this blank space. Imagine I have a very large stamp. I can lay my blank cardstock piece in here, have the stamp on the door of my MISTI, and just keep stamping onto a whole bunch of them if I wanted to. So that's one way to do it. I mean, or you can eyeball it and block stamp it. My niece, of all people, my niece who is not quite 10. Oh no, she just turned 10, and I think I forgot to call her. You guys, oh, I'm a bad aunt. I think she just turned 10. She did that for us for a big Christmas something, and I was shocked. She did such a good job. So this set is, I think, lovely and super, super versatile. That Merry Christmas is stunning. Sending more hugs. So it's not just Christmas. It also kind of covers just winter. So I think that's great. And then we have one. Is it just one more? One more in this one. And again, I have two of this these grab bags, right? Of this set of products. This one is huge. It's the Winter Branches. We have this huge poinsettia. I love this one, maybe the best. These berries and then the pine boughs in there. And then this guy, that is so useful for so many different kinds of cards. Some really beautiful pine cones. I like this one the best. Here, let me get that closer. Oh, I love it. Catherine says I'm not a bad aunt. I will call her. I bought her gifts a month ago. So we're covered there. But yeah, I try really hard to call all my nibblings on their birthdays. And I forgot. All right. I would love to know which items or item from this grab bag is your favorite. It's hard for me to say. I'm not sure. I am surprised at how much I like that butterfly. Here, I'll put this back up here for you so you can see it. Right, so we have the butterfly. We have the sentiments, the winter Christmas sentiments. We have the patterned paper. And then we have this guy. And then these stencils. Nope, that was from the other one. That's from the other one. Sorry, I lied about those stencils. So those are your options. What do you think? The flowers and sentiments. It is hard to choose. It's Justine. So all of them. Her style is just clean. It's right up my alley. I love it so much. The stamps and pine cones. Yes, they're beautiful. It's a hard choice. I agree. Okay, let's talk about a couple of things. Let me get rid of that. Take a little drink of water. Friends, you know what? I got to blow my nose. Hang on just a second here. I don't want to sniffle at you, you know? Okay, to enter to win. Oh, and there's another giveaway. I am also giving away a champion squirrel. It's like asking, who's your favorite child? Yep. So there's a fourth giveaway. So we have It's Just Paper. We have 2 of the Ready Steadies. And then I'm giving away a champion membership to my Patreon. If you are new to my channel, on the first and third Friday of every month, I give away free printable kits. This month, on the 1st, all the paid members got both of those kits at the beginning of the month. Do you see this book here? That is just kit number 1. But not all of it is free. So there's 4 pages for free on YouTube, just like linked in the description box for that video. And then there's an extended 10, 15 page version in Patreon that's free. The $25 tier is my champion tier. And so they get all of those pages as a PDF. Then they get all of the sentiments as resizable image files with a transparent background. So it's a digi-stamp, essentially. And then there's a bunch of digital paper in here. So we did, let me see if I can find some of it. It's all in the back, but I want to show you. I want to show you my favorite. Look at this. It's like an ombre, like birthday background text that comes in a rainbow of colors. I also have a rainbow version. And then there is, I should probably just turn on that overhead camera, but I'm not gonna. And then I have all of these like digi images for you as well. And that $25 tier gets all of those as resizable image files, all the digital paper as resizable image files. So it is a luxury, I know, to be able to afford that tier. But there's so much in it. And I am so grateful for the people who are in that grouping and who are able to support me in that way. They also have a spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet with every sentiment I've ever made. And you can search by theme, by wording, by a bunch of different things. And there's direct downloads to everything. So you don't have to go back to the videos. So I'm giving away a championship tier membership to my Patreon for 1 month. Patreon has rules about gifted memberships. You can only use a gift membership code if you are a new member, a free member, or if you were paid, but you have canceled that membership at some time. So if you are a paid member and you win that, we will figure it out. Okay. We'll figure it out. I promise. There are ways I can try to work around some of that. But if you read the official wording of the giveaway, it will say that. Okay. So to enter to win, in the description box below the video, you're going to click on more or show more, and it will unpack the description box. And it has for you a listing of everything that was in both of the grab bags. It has a listing of my favorite Craft Stash products, and I'll show you. We'll have maybe 10 minutes at the end, and I'll show you just a couple things there. And the discount code, that's Staroska15. And then kind of below all that, there's a Google form. It's going to ask you for your name, where you live, because I can only ship physical product in the 48 contiguous United States. It's just a shipping cost issue. If I pull your name and you're international, I will still reach out and we'll figure something else out. But I'm just asking for your country or your state at this point, the email address where you want me to contact you. And then if you want to sign up for my mailing list, totally optional. You do not have to. Okay. Sherry says, oh, please pick me. That giveaway form and the Patreon poll that we'll talk about in a second will both be open for 5 days. They automatically close, and then I will reach out to the winner via email. And I will announce that in my Patreon. I will announce it on my YouTube community pages. So you can look there for sure. There's a free tier of my Patreon, and it's a really great way to stay updated. I give away free stuff all the time. I'm on a mission to make card making more affordable and more accessible. So if you're not in my Patreon, now's a really great time to join. There is then also a link right next to the Google form that will take you into Patreon. If you have already joined, make sure you're logged in. If you have not joined, you can join for free. And then there is a post. The link should take you straight to the post. But if you had to go through the whole login process, you may need to come back and click the link. And it's going to ask you which of the 3 giveaway options is your favorite. Okay. That means you can get your name in there twice, once for the Google form and once for the Patreon poll. So you're just doubling your chances to win. And so that's your 2 ways to win. If anybody has questions, let me know. Let me know. Okay, I think I covered all of that. I want to show you just a couple more of my favorite Craft Stash things because you guys, I really, really do love their products. I think there are so many cool things. So anybody follow Sasha Reed? She's been a YouTuber for a very long time. She does like low cost, no cost card making things. She did a collab with Craft Stash and made this, or had a couple of them like this. I think there's a balloon one and a something else. I cut some pieces to show you what this looks like. I think the die, don't quote me, I think the dies are like $27 full price. They go on sale sometimes. You can use my coupon code. You guys, they will let you stack my coupon code on top of most sales. It's nuts. I can't believe it. So I cut all the pieces out. Okay, and these go together, but I just clipped off the bottom because I like the flower star part better. And it just stacks up. So I have 4 different shades of purple. It's stunning. Look at this. Look at how beautiful that is. And again, there's a couple of them. Like there's a few different shapes. So I will link you in the description box to this one. But if you click on this one, a lot of times, if you just scroll down that page, it will show you the other ones. Yeah, they're totally stackable. Cheryl says, yes, I follow Sasha. Sherry Browning does too. I know she's been a little down lately. YouTube does weird things. It unsubscribes people sometimes. And she was losing a bunch of subscribers and it didn't make sense to her. And she was feeling a little defeated about that. So if I can promote her, because I think she does really great work, giving us ways to get crafty without spending a lot of money, I am all over it. Carol says purple. Yes. Who's team purple? Who's team teal? We won't even mention that other one. I can't do it, you guys. This is called the layering anemone die set. Okay. So there's that one. And then anybody follow Sam Calcott? She's amazing. This is huge. This is a 6x6 secret message mechanism die set. And there's a bunch of like coordinating stamps and dies that you can get to go with this. I just bought the base set because I have tons of options that I know will work here. I cut these pieces to kind of show you what this does. And there's more pieces in there. We made a secret message card in one of the Crafty Fun with Friends, the mystery craft alongs. If you guys have never done this, when I am participating in them, I restream them to my channel, but it's through Lynn at LV Handcrafted. And she invites someone to put together like a mystery card to put together 1 clue at a time, and you can participate. It's a lot of fun. So we made a secret message card, and this die will cut all the pieces for you, which is nice. You have to be pretty precise when you cut a secret message card. So these pieces go on the inside and you just weave them through in opposite ways. Let me see if I can get this. There we go. Again, I cut these by hand for the one we did in the mystery craft along, and mine was much harder to weave through because my horizontal lines here weren't perfect. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so here's your card. It's like a little gatefold card, and you open it up. But then if you go like this, you can open it up the other way. So you can have this secret message hidden in here, and then you just close it up and pull it out that way. I love this thing. Bo says, Linda, so many cool things. Check out her flip card series. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. She does the Spellbinders clubs on the first of every month. And it's like a flat, a one layer, an interactive, and a pop-up, maybe. I think that's what flip stands for, which is really, really cool. They also have dies in here where you can like create panels for the front of your card. And then there are dies to cut pieces that will fit on each of these shapes. So I love this one. The entire Made to Surprise brand is Sam Calcott's brand. And she forever has been teaching how to make really cool interactive cards and pop-up things on her channel using just like scissors and a scoreboard. But she now has a line of dies if you prefer not to do it from scratch. But I cannot recommend her enough. She's got, I don't know, like 100,000 followers or something. An incredible teacher. Absolutely amazing. Mona says, I did that one and it confused me. I can see how that would happen in a mystery craft along. This was a really sort of complicated MCA. Maybe easier to learn a secret message card from somebody doing like a full just tutorial on it. If you guys want a tutorial using the die set, you can figure out how to do it by hand by watching how to do it with the die set. I can do that. Margie says, I wouldn't even try. Fair enough. Fair enough. But you know me, I'm going to do all the crazy card making things. I'm going to show you one more thing and then we have to go through winners because I forgot to do that. You guys let me forget. Okay. So this one, let me grab my black cardstock again. It's this die. Okay. And there's actually two dies in here. One cuts the outside and then one cuts the inside. So you could just do this through the front of a card and do like a trifold, which would be amazing. But I saw a sample on the website where they had layered this over top of some polka dot pattern paper. And I loved the effect of those polka dots in the background. I just thought it was amazing. So there will be some bonus digital paper coming out sometime, my friends, in the month of January. If you have requests for pattern paper that fit our birthday theme, I would love to know about it. I may be able to design something for us if it's not too complicated. So I would love to hear your ideas. Ooh, another request. We are doing masculine cards all throughout the month of February. And I want to know what kinds of sentiments you want for masculine cards. My dudes are gardeners and nerds. Okay. So if your dude is something outside of that, I may not think to make sentiments for them. So just let me know if you have wording for me, great. But even if it's just people who do this kind of thing or have this kind of hobby, that's really helpful. Just put them in the comments below. Football, yes, yes, I love that. Okay, let's go through winners. Quick review of the first 5 days of giveaways. All of these prizes except for day 5. I've heard from the winners and they have been claimed. I was late emailing the person from day 5. So if you know them, I will let you know when I'm like, I need to hear back from them. So day 1 was Scrappy Tales giveaway. That was Angie W. Ooh, I have the same person listed for 2 of these, which isn't right. Then day 2 was Hero Arts. And one of them is, let me get it wrong. You guys, I'm going to skip 1 and 2. One of them is Angie and one of them is somebody else. Day 3 was Waffle Flower. Dave T. Kalu Muhammad won that one. Day 4, there were 3 giveaways. So the first was a big grab bag with Spellbinders and a bunch of other brands. And that was Barb White. Then I gave away a champion membership to Rianne Lehman's Vanderdonk. Another champion membership to Yvette Aaliyah. Lauren's here. Hi, friend. Cigars, coffee, knives, chocolate, whiskey. Yes. Very good. Very good. So that's days 1 through 4. Please note that Yvette won on day 4. On day 5, It was a Simon Says Stamp Crafty parcel. It had a ton of stuff in it. It was such a good one. And that's Kim, starts with a J. And I would mispronounce it and butcher it if I tried to say it out loud. Juhas, maybe. So if you know Kim, tell her to check her email. I just sent that email like a day or two ago. So she's still got some time. If I am announcing your name today, you have until the 15th to reply to me and let me know if it's a physical product, and then send me your address at that point. Here are the new ones. Video game sentiments. Yes. Video games, football, and then football, soccer, bourbon and beer. I've got bourbon and beer covered, my friend. I've got it covered. Golfing, a handy person. Okay, cool. I'm just getting squirrels. There's lots of squirrels. Day 6. I was giving away a Hero Arts, like a premium. It's now called Hero Studio. I can't remember what it was called at the time, but their premium kit. Was it the premium kit? Yeah, with the butterflies. And that went to Scrappin' at the Beach, and that has been claimed. Then a Saskatoon membership to Victoria Ratajewski. I've not heard back from Victoria, though that one is just, I emailed her a code. But if you know her, tell her to check her email, because you got to click the link to claim it. Then another Saskatoon membership to Irene Addison, who has already emailed me back and been like, yes, yay. Day 7 was the Sassy Club. So I just put Lauren up here. I was telling you guys when we looked at this one, if you want more inspiration for the Sassy Club, check out Lauren's channel. It's Lauren Taylor Made here on YouTube. She does Fandom Fridays, and it's not always the Sassy Club, but they show up on her channel a fair bit, and she's amazing. Then that Sassy Club went to Clevela Brooks. I have not heard back from Clevela. So if you know them, tell them to check their email. And then the Easy Holiday Makes classes. I think I've announced this one already because this was just a 2-day. I wanted to make sure it went out before the holidays were over. Went to Serena Singer, and she emailed me back. Then on day 8, you guys, this is so many giveaways. Do you know how fun this has been? Day 8 was the celebrations delivered from Scrapbook and Cards Today. It was like a whole kit with dies and stamps and stencils. I think there were sequins in there. I can't get you access to the classes, but the kit itself has a ton in it. That one went to Susan Miller. Then there is a membership, an all-access membership to Kendra's. It's Cards by Kendra, but it's Kendra's Card Challenge is what she's known for. And she doesn't give away that all access option very often. It is amazing. She does tons of extra freebies too. If you're familiar with Kendra's Card Challenge, put a 1 in the chat for me. If you've never heard of it, give me a 2. So Kendra, on a quarterly basis, every 3 months, puts out a free printable where you cut 6 pieces of 6x6 pattern paper to make, I think it's 15 cards. And it is a brilliant set of cutting guides. But then in her paid tiers, you get access to the back issues, if you will, of her, oh my goodness, I'm dropping things, of her printables. You can get printer-friendly versions. And then there's, everybody knows Kendra because she's awesome. But she also has extra free digital paper and sometimes ephemera, and sometimes she'll mail stuff to some of her paid tiers. So this is an all access pass. This one is going to Patty. I didn't get a last name. It's a Gmail address. I emailed Patty. If your name is Patty, check, because it needs to be claimed in January. Okay. So definitely take a look at that. If you have not joined her paid Patreon and you're interested, you can get 20% off until the end of January with code SASSYS, SASSYS, right? So it's plural, okay? Then here's why Yvette's so lucky. I also had my friend Lynn from LV Handcrafted donated the Masculine Makes card classes. There are 5 classes there, all on techniques like geometric design, masculine colors, things like that. And that one is going to Yvette again. So that one twice, there are no rules against it. So I was like, I just laughed and laughed. she's awesome. She has her own channel. It's Yvette Olia Creates. You might check her out. If you are interested in the Masculine Makes classes, I think there's a link in the description box. If there isn't, I'll add one. But you can get just the classes. They're on sale right now for maybe $75, but there's also a mystery box version where you can get all the classes and then like a mystery bundle with tons of goodies in there for maybe an extra 20 bucks. Okay, so there's two versions of it, and it's really amazing. Yvette, I call your name and you step away. But you guys, this is Yvette. You can find her at Yvette Olia Creates. She's fantastic. She does lots of cards that use emergency card sentiments if you're looking for more inspiration. Really, really great. Good people. Then what else do we have? Oh, day 9. You guys, the huge box from Trinity. Do you guys remember how long that took to unbox? It was over $800 in supplies. I was going to buy it. And then Tanisa, the owner, donated it when she found out what I was doing with it. That went to Carol. Carol has already emailed me back. She claimed that right away. Congratulations, Carol. I can't wait to send you that one. It has so many amazing things in it. Melissa's like, yes. So this, I think we're talking about the Masculine Card Class Masterclass. That mystery bundle is awesome. And if you want a better sense of what's in it, Lynn does have at least one unboxing of one of them on her channel. So you can kind of get a sense of how much is in there and what's in there. Okay, so also on day 9, we gave away a champion tier membership to my Patreon. That went to Heather Anderson. I've already heard back from Heather. And then day 10, we did another D-stash. And it had a bunch of different brands in it. And I was going to just do like a big flat rate envelope and it didn't fit. So it's a flat rate box. That one went to Debbie Mullen and she has already claimed that as well. My friends, I am so delighted to have so many people getting new crafty supplies and hopefully some inspiration. Again, if you didn't win anything yet, you can still register for the 4 giveaways that are left. So in the description box below is the Google form. And then there's a link to Patreon where you can vote in the poll. It's the voting that enters you to win because it puts your name and email address in a spreadsheet. Leaving a comment doesn't put you in the spreadsheet, and I can't do anything about that. The spreadsheet is just how I live. So vote in the poll and it will tell you if you have already voted. Okay. It will let you know if you're like, I'm not sure it went through, then try to do it again. And it will tell you if you can't do that. What else do you need to know? Questions, anybody? Is there anything I am missing? Don't forget the coupon code for Craft Stash. I think it's this one. Oh, and it doesn't even want to, well, I tried to put that together with my face, but it didn't work. I'm learning. I'm struggle bussing through learning how to do lives. Oh, yeah. If you didn't win, there are links to the free printable kits. I have over 60. Yeah, it's over 60. They're numbered. It says 55, but there's over 60 free printable kits on my channel. Just click on the emergency card kit playlist and you can get 2 years worth of sentiments and card sketches. And then since maybe October, I've also been doing some digital paper and ephemera. So go ahead and look for those things. I'd love to have you join me over on my Patreon. There's a free membership or a paid membership. I guess one more thing, you can now do a yearly membership on my Patreon. That was not available before. You have to have a Patreon established for 3 months before you can offer that. And we just hit it. So there is a discount for the yearly version. All right, everybody. That is all that I have for you today, unless anybody has questions before we go. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. I really appreciate it. I will be back on Monday on Instagram. I'll have an interactive card for you. And then Wednesday, Friday next week, I will have videos for you. Everybody have a really wonderful day. Enjoy your weekend. Stay warm. And if you're in California, stay safe, my friends. I'm sending you all my well wishes and prayers. So have a great one, everybody. Bye.